Olympus? Hello?
So, child, you wish to go to Olympus. Would you like to be an honorary god for the day?
Yes, I would love to.
To make it to Olympus, you must look like the rest of us. Can you do that?
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
The basket over there has everything you need. The items in that basket should help you to look like a god. After looking at them, what do you think?
Okay, yeah, think I could make this work.
Hey, don't you dare forget about me!
You cannot make it to Olympus without my approval. Zeus alone won't cut it.
Okay, you know what? I know how to please both of you, okay? I'll do something that'll make you both happy. Then I can go to Olympus, right?
Yes,
That'll do.
Okay, cool. Alright guys, so starting off this makeup look, I'm going to be taking the NYX HD primer and applying that all over my face. And then on one side of my face, I'm going to be taking the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white on a small sponge, and I'm applying it on the one side of my face. This side will act as Hades, so just know that it'll take a few layers to get to the opacity that you want, but just be patient with it and continue to blend down to your neck and ears. And on the opposite side of my face, I'm just going in with my regular foundation, and this is going to be the Zeus side. And to get an even line down the middle of my face, I'm using a small concealer brush to be precise. And then I'm taking the NYX HD finishing powder, and then I'm setting both sides of my face. Now it's time to move on to the eyes. I'm taking the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Rust, and I'm applying that on the Hades side, and that's going to give a colored base for the rest of my eye makeup. And then taking this NYX eyeshadow in Moonrock, I'm applying that all over the lid of my eye. And taking this burgundy eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking a fluffy blending brush and applying that into the crease of my eye. And then I'm taking an even fluffier blending brush to blend out any harsh lines I may have. And then I'm going back in with that black Moonrock shade, and I'm just going back over the lid again. Then going in with that same dark black shade, I'm going down into my lower lash line with it. And then going back in with the fluffy blending brush, I'm taking that same burgundy shade and I'm going back into my crease and also diffusing it up a bit. And then I also use that burgundy shade down into my lower lash line as well. Then taking a bright red eyeshadow, I added that into the inner corner of my eye. Then I'm taking this duochromatic illuminating powder in Twilight Tint and applying it all over the lid to give sort of a blue-green shift to the eye. And then I'm taking that Jumbo Eye Pencil in Rust and adding it to my lower lash line. Then taking this NYX Glitter Primer on a small little brush, I'm applying that onto my lower lash line and also into the upper crease area as well. And then I'm taking this NYX Face and Body Glitter in Gunmetal and applying that over top of the glitter primer. Then I decided to go back in the glitter primer and then drag it down a bit to give like a teardrop effect. Then over top of that, of course, I added glitter. Taking this white glittery liner, I'm applying that onto the inner corner of my eye, and I'm also adding the glitter on top of the black glitter as well to give it more dimension. Using this matte black eyeshadow in Stripped, I'm using that to fill in my eyebrow. Off camera, I added some false eyelashes, and then I'm using some mascara to bond my normal eyelashes to the falsies. Off camera, I also decided to add these individual lashes to my lower lash line. I'm using this NYX waterproof eyeliner in black on my lower lash line. Using this liquid eyeliner in Vivid Fire, I'm using that to color in some of the falsies I put in the middle of my lower lash line. Using that same red liquid eyeliner, I'm going in on the outer corner of my eye and adding a couple small dots. There's no rhyme or reason to why I decided to add small dots, I just thought it would look cool. Moving on to the other side of my face, I'm taking this yellow eyeshadow in STFU, and then I'm applying this yellow shade into the crease of my eye. It'll take a couple layers to build up the opacity of the yellow. Next, taking this orangey shade in LOL, I'm using a smaller crease brush and adding that right below the yellow. Then I went back in with that yellow shade and tried to blend the two shades a little bit together so there's no harsh lines. Then I took a purple shade into the outer V and onto the lid, and I used a big fluffy blending brush to blend everything out. Taking this sparkly blue shade in Dare, I'm adding that onto the lid of my eye and into the inner corner as well. And now I'm just going back with some of the other shades just to redefine the colors that kind of got lost when I was blending. Then I combined the purple and orange eyeshadows that I used for this eye look and brought it down onto my lower lash line. Then I used a beige highlighter shade and added that into my inner corner. Moving on to the brow, I'm using a Vivid Brights cream color in Light Show, and I'm using that to color in my brow. To really get the gold color to stand out, I realized that I had to brush it more on the tops of my eyebrow hairs instead of brushing it down to the skin. Using that same gold cream color, I'm using that to line the inner half of my top lash line. And using Vivid Delight, I'm going on the outer half of my lash line and adding an orange wing and bringing it towards the middle. Off camera, I also added false eyelashes to my top and lower lash line. I'm also taking this waterproof eyeliner in Jewel and adding that onto my lower lash line and waterline as well. Now it's time to contour the face. So I'm taking this dense fan brush and using this like a bronzer or contour shade, and you're going to do the 3E effect, which basically means you're going to go on the upper forehead area, the cheekbone, and down to the jawline, which gives a 3 or an E shape. Once you're done contouring, then you go in with like a rosy peachy blush. Using the same dense fan brush and a golden highlighter shade, I'm using that on my upper cheekbone to highlight the face. On the opposite side of my face, I'm contouring using the same matte black eyeshadow mixed with a little bit of bronzer, and I'm also doing the 3E effect on this side as well. I'm not blending quite as much on Hades' side because I want it to look a little bit harsher. Once I finished contouring, I decided to add a little bit of blush, but not too much. Going back with that same duochromatic illuminator, I'm using that to highlight this side of my face. Using that same glitter primer from earlier, I'm using that to prime my temple and upper cheekbone area. Then I used these gold foil sheets that I got from the craft store, and I crumpled them up and applied that onto my upper temple and upper cheekbone area. Moving on to the lips, I'm taking this matte lip liner in the shade Stone Fox, which is like a grayish shade, and I'm using that to line and fill in the Hades part of my lip. And on the opposite side, I'm taking this soft matte lip cream in the shade Berlin and using that to fill in the other side of my lip. Using the same gold cream color from earlier, I'm applying that over the top of my lip. Using the same glitter primer from earlier, I'm applying that to the opposite side of my lips. Over top of that, I'm applying the gunmetal glitter from earlier as well. To let you all know, I promise I'm not naked. I've been wearing a shirt throughout the whole video. Starting off, I'm taking a white body paint and a stippling brush, and I'm stippling that all over the side of my body. Then I'm taking a black body paint on top of the white to make it look kind of like storm clouds, and I'm mixing them around to kind of make a gray murky color. The key to this is to layer the colors that you're using so that way you can create a lot of dimension for the look. After layering the black, white, and gray colors, I then went in with a purple eyeshadow and stippled that all over the top of it. I then added the blue eyeshadow as well because I'm trying to make it look like a thunderstormy sky. Using gold, I'm putting that on top of my shoulder as well as my collarbone to sort of highlight and create more of a godlike effect. Using the white body paint from earlier, now I am drawing with a small brush lightning bolts down from my neck to my chest and from my shoulder all the way down. The reason why I'm adding lightning bolts is because Zeus is known for throwing lightning bolts at his enemies, and that's his special power. Later on, I ended up curling my hair off camera, and then I decided that I didn't really like how lightning bolts came out, so here you're just seeing me going back and using the same steps from earlier to recover some of the lightning bolts that I didn't like. And then now you're just seeing me going back with the white body paint and redrawing the lightning bolts that I didn't like, and I decided for this time I'm going to draw them bigger across my chest. And the way to do this is kind of just go down with one fluid hand motion and just kind of draw like a squiggle, but don't think too much about it and just go for it. And then using the same glitter primer that I've been using throughout the video, I'm adding that onto the top of my shoulder and behind my neck, so that way I could add these gold foil flakes to really tie the whole look together. The opposite side of my chest, I'm just going in with some black body paint and covering the entire half with it. With the black body paint that I used, I had to let it dry in between layers so that way I could build up the opacity and the darkness of the black color. Then taking that NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Rust, I start outlining some of the cracks and squiggles that I want to put onto my chest. And the look I'm going for here is kind of like if the earth was splitting open during an earthquake, so there's lava in the center of the earth's core. Then after I finish outlining with the eye pencil, I'm going over it with this orange eyeliner from earlier. And the reason I'm doing this is to really make the colors pop more and make it more prominent so you guys can see where all the cracks are. Hades is known for making earthquakes, so I think this whole look on my chest really ties together the entire Hades look. And there's no specific pattern to how I'm drawing in these lines. It's really random and it's really up to you how you'd want to do it. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked my Greek god inspired look with Zeus on this side and Hades on this side. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and then subscribe down below to my channel to see more videos like this one. Bye!